Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we'll be reacting to part 3 of the Let's Game It Out Satisfactory series. This one's called I Crippled the Game by Building to the Heavens. The only thing that makes sense is, based off of his last video, is that he continued the Spaghetti Factory and tried to make it to the height limit, which I don't remember if this game actually has a height limit. I do know, though, that I guess there might be a build limit towards the top. There was one guy who built, if you didn't know, I think it was Jace from before he left Satisfactory, the Coffee Stain Studios, to go create his own gaming company. He told someone to build platforms end to end across the entire sky limit. Now I think they did it with a mod or whatever, but it was like literal insanity, just a giant platform from from all the way across the entire map, like at sky limit level. So there must be a sky limit, or if it's not an actual limit, he just went up really high. Anyway, let's take a look at whatever fresh hell this happens to be.
Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. I am Josh, and we are doing some Satisfactory today. Satisfactory is a game where you make efficient machines, or in our case, the dumbest machines imaginable. We started with normal-ish looking
I mean, for the most part, he is doing pretty normal stuff that most people do in this game. I mean, aside from the
machines
this
that
looks
had
normal,
at least some
right?
semblance of order to them. Doing things normal
That's
is like the
not
last
too
thing on
bad.
the list, though. So after getting the hang
That
of it,
looks
we took an
pretty
efficient
normal for the
procedure
people
and
I
made it a
know.
little extraneous. But at least you can kind of see what's
Yeah,
going on
see?
here, right? It's taking
Normal.
raw copper, it's turning it into copper ingots, and then it's turning it into spools of copper. Easy peasy-ish. But not content with that, we went ahead and took it another step, and we took a rather easy process of making
Okay, no one I know does this. So, I really hope my friends don't see this video.
iron rods and iron plates and made it a little bit complicated, and that's pretty much what we're going to keep doing. Last episode, we also built the space elevator, which is this hulking beast right here. Space elevator demands a sacrifice to unlock new stuff. Right now, it wants 500 modular frames and 150.
Okay, yeah, this is still way before the new updates on when they made all custom stuff for this.
Motors. Those aren't so much hard to come by, so much as it's going to take a while to produce them. So we're going to make the machines that will do it all for us. Back at home base here, we also have a machine that will unlock different things as soon as we give it the right materials. Basically, we select one of these milestones here. We unlock it via the milestone cost, and then it'll unlock some select things. This one's pretty interesting.
Generator.
It'll unlock a tractor. I think
So
we can either
good.
automate or hopefully drive it
At least before they
we have
added
a machine
water.
that we're going to use that we didn't use last time called the assembler, which we feed it 2 components and
Wait
it'll
till you
make
get
the
to
stuff
the-
for us.
the
It's going to
next
require
tier
us to
after
fix a
that.
couple of things, though. Right now, we have this
4
cargo
components.
unit collecting both iron rods and iron plates. We're going to have to separate this out so it's only feeding iron rods so we can push it through with screws to the assembler. But this disaster here starts a long way back. Let's take a quick sprint across this conveyor belt
You
to
need
show
a
what a
smart
mess I've
splitter
made
at
over
this
here.
point.
You know, I made this bed so I got to sleep in it, but basically what happened is I have a bunch of machines way the hell over here making the rods and the plates, and I had them feeding all the way over to home base where we just were because I kind of wanted everything centrally located over there. So this stuff takes a pretty massive journey. I think it takes like 15 minutes to get from start to finish
was
because it has to
12.
go through all this nonsense. So this is the beginning of the iron
basically a
plates
whole
and
video.
the iron rods. It's this ore. We got 3 piles that get fed into these 3 machines here. They get shot out as to iron ingots here. They go into these 3 machines here, of which 2 of them are making plates and 1 is making iron rods. They all get pushed into this little merger unit here.
Delete the
all
merger,
this stuff
dang
goes
it.
into this storage container, which then pops out the other end here and has that horrible, horrible journey in the background there. This game is all about efficiency for other people. For us, it's about taking this problem and making it worse. Oh, also, we're on an alien planet, ruining its ecology, basically. So pretty much our first task is going to be to separate out the plates and the rods. And I can think of a pretty easy way to do that. We're just not going to feed rods into this thing anymore. For now, the rods are just going to pile up here. This thing is now only spitting out plates. Over time, the rods will disappear from this conveyor belt. And hey, you know what? Let's send these rods individually the only way I know how. Let's build an entire second conveyor belt system for them. All we gotta do is move this like that. The best part about the conveyor belt system in this game is it really lets you just put this stuff wherever you want. I think the idea is
Okay, that is true. They even came out with an update saying they actually changed it to where it had like it used to do just blue and red. They changed it to where it does blue, yellow, and red. And yellow is basically telling you that, hey, it's going to clip through a bunch of whatever the heck you're trying to go through, but, you know, we don't really care. So that is really nice. They did add that. Now you can force it to where you can't do that, but you have to download mods.
You can make it like diverse and normal and stuff, but that's not really what we do. So instead we abuse what they allow us to do. One of the comments I got was that we should try and see how high this thing can go, and I can think of no better way to do that than to try it on our blessed rods here. So like I think if we just do a U-turn like that, just make.
So I'm guessing this is before they added the basically they created like tiers to where you can like stack conveyor belts up. I thought infinitely, but maybe there was a height limit on those. Maybe they weren't added yet. I forgot. I mean, maybe he just never saw them.
Pipe here. The best part about this so far is I know it's going to look terrible. So it turns out we're a little too close to the space elevator, and when that happens, we actually can't keep building. And it turns out I can just reposition the space elevator. Yep. So if I just grab this whole thing, does it just disappear? Yep. There it goes.
Personal favorite is sometimes I'll move the space elevator when it's on a server to like a different part of the map and not tell anyone, so they have to go find it.
Okay, so let's reposition the space elevator a little bit
Luckily,
farther
you can see
away.
It from anywhere.
Look at that, we get to watch it build again. There we go, just a little bit further away. Surely I won't get close to it again. Still working on the tallest conveyor belt ever. While I'm working on it, let's go ahead and get the assembler set up, and we can have it building stuff while we continue to work on that. Okay, we'll just put our assembler down right there like that. We're gonna feed it these beautiful...
All I know is creation mode wasn't added to the game yet. That wasn't added till update 8. And this just takes a monumental amount of time to do. Now, I guess Josh could have just left it building supplies and then filtering into storage boxes for like a few hours and then came back and edited it together. So that's probably what happened.
Rods. So before we send it straight into here, we're going to do something a little more awkward first. We're going to use a conveyor splitter. We're going to send the rods into the conveyor splitter here. Here they come. One of these sides will indeed split rods right here into the assembler. Meanwhile, we're going to set up a constructor over here, and we're going to run one of the other splits right on over to the constructor. And we're going to set this constructor to make screws.
Yeah, okay.
And then we will connect the thing that makes screws right on over to the assembler. Why screws, you ask? Here's our assembler, and we're going to need to make all of these things. To make rotors, we need iron rods, which we're already making, and...
Okay, technically that's going to work, but that's going to work so slowly. You need so many screws for everything. You literally need like 3 times the amount of screws going into any one machine.
We're going to need screws. And to make reinforced iron plate, we're also going to need those screws. Because then eventually, we're going to need to make these modular frames that are also going to need reinforced iron plate.
Forever.
So it's just going to do us a world of good to have a lot of screws going on.
But
right now I have rods and screws both going into the assembler. And now we're going to set the assembler to make a bunch of rotors. There we go. Things are slowly feeding into this machine. The assembler's making them for us. Now we can watch as our beautiful rotors come out. And you know, actually, no sense in stopping there. Let's set up another assembler so it can be working while we mess around with something else. And instead of having the screws feed into just this one machine, we're going to erase this part. We're going to put down a lovely...
Never ever do this. One set of screws from one constructor is not enough to ever split anywhere.
Splitter here. One of the screws goes over there,
you should be merging
and the other
3
screw
into 1.
goes into that assembler. I've also adjusted my 3 constructors over here to only make plate now, which you can see is filtering into this guy here, and we're going to send that into the other end of this assembler, and we're going to set this assembler to make reinforced plate. And now we can watch the miracle of life as our beautiful reinforced plate makes its way down the conveyor belt. Okay, brace yourself, because the frame rate gets real bad. I spent a few hours building this out, and I can't tell you how high you can build something because I never got there, but I can tell you that it can go at least this high.
You know what? I always wondered where that picture came from. I'm pretty sure they took this picture from this build, and it's on the main Satisfactory like Steam page in their pictures. By the way, they did fix this problem where if you make stupid nonsense like this, the frame rate doesn't completely shatter your system. There is a chance they used this save file to fix that.
It kind of eclipses the space elevator at this point. Something tells me you can go a lot higher up, but it's just the frame rate gets so bad that I just can't do much to get there. I have to like look away from the thing just to not get killed by the frame rate. Let me give you a quick tour of it. It's to my advantage to stare straight out at the beautiful scenery, because if I look straight up...
Yeah, you can actually build stuff like this now, no problem, and it shouldn't affect the frame rate even on a mid-range system. I can't remember what they did exactly. It has something to do with Unreal Engine 5 though. So they it's something to do with their new nano it's called nanites or something like that. But yeah, they fixed this mostly.
This is what happens. Oh,
also,
mercy.
they made the chunk
Hello,
smaller.
slideshow. We gotta actually get these rods going somewhere, so I have to at least try to finish this conveyor belt in some way. Just gotta keep on climbing.
You don't need
and
to
here
make
we
it
are.
come
It's pretty
down.
beautiful up here until you turn around.
You can just download a mod that teleports them down. I mean, realistically, the easiest way down would be probably through the middle.
And decide you want to see into the heart of the beast. Oh god, I fell. Oh god,
Oh,
my
gosh.
frame rate. What's happening to
You
my
died.
guy? Yep, there he goes. There he goes. We're actually too high to be able to just build anywhere else but back down the way we came. So that means, let's pull out our guy here. How far can I just launch this thing down? Pretty far, as it turns out. I'll just skip ahead because it's gonna be a lot of this. It's gonna be a lot of this 1 frame per second stuff. Look at that. Towards the bottom, you can see my handiwork. That's what's eventually gonna bring the rods back over to us.
Takes like an hour,
Millions of
doesn't it?
years when it finally gets through this whole
Probably actually
cyclone.
closer to
And for
3 hours.
maximum irony, I've just run this thing in a straight path to where it's supposed to go. Now the silver lining is we have all these plates we can use to upgrade stuff instantly. Not only do we
Okay. So he has 193 iron plates, which doesn't seem like a lot. But when you realize that he split the screw production that's making these things in half and is only using 1 constructor to do it, when you need like 4 to 6 to do it at any sort of speed, instead of the 8 that he should be using. Yeah, this took hours to build, and he was in game while it made 193. When in reality, he should probably have like 2,000.
We have all those reinforced plates, but we also have all of these
Same for the
rotors.
rotors.
My god, this thing can basically blot out the sun now. That side of the map is now totally quarantined. We're gonna have to start building over here somewhere. Let's go ahead and unlock whole power. This sure sounds
So it's interesting that it only started glitching the game out when you're staring directly at it. So and what's interesting is they're in the same chunk right now, which is how Satisfactory kind of does its resource holding. So why would it be only when you're staring at the thing that it would have actually affected versus while it's still in the same chunk? Because it should still be affecting it even if you're not staring at it. I guess because like if it's behind you, it's not just numbers being like, which they did do that, by the way. When you get far enough away from certain sections of your factory, trucks are just based off of, the truck pathways and everything are just based off of calculations and things. They're not running the trucks at 24/7 all over the thing. They just delete them effectively and then render them back in. So I'm interested in how that would work for this game. Now, this is update 2-ish, I think.
exciting. So let's give it some cabling and some copper wire.
So I'm 90%
and a bunch
certain
of
they don't have,
rotors. There we go. Launch it. Well, would you look at
copper
this? We
pipes-
have a vehicles
yet.
tab now. And there's our tractor. Well, let's build a tractor. Oh, look how cute it is. I'm going to put it right here where I might not be able to get it out. There it is.
Yeah, these
I didn't
things
realize we'd be able
don't
to see
drive
my
very
little
well.
dude here. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, good. It has a horn. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, this is the life. And I'm stuck already. Maybe I can make it out right here, huh? Uh-huh. Yep, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Easy.
Perfect.
Easy. Easy. All right. We can also locate coal now, which is what we're gonna do. Tell me where the coal is. Really? No coal anywhere. Wait, oh, there's coal.
Yeah, it's like
606
800
meters.
miles.
Let's go, boy.
Well,
Oh, you know, I
meters.
don't have enough fuel for this. Let's back up real quick. Uh-oh. I seem to have left the gas pedal going. Oh, no. Oh, no.
At least that's not off a
okay,
cliff.
it's fine. It's just
Okay.
hanging out over here. I guess it's making a home for
Oh,
itself.
this is before
I'm gonna
they
let
added
it
the
have some alone
destructible
time
rocks.
while I get some more fuel for it. I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of this thing at some point. I can't actually, like, play the game with this thing here. Like, everything is just chopping so bad. The next thing we're gonna upgrade is to the rebar gun. So
I mean, he probably doesn't have to get rid of it. There's a good chance by the time we see the next video, which is update, well, not update, it's going to be video 4. They've probably done a lot to fix the frame rate. Because by update 3, update 3 and 4, they did a major updates on frame rate stuff. There are a lot of things that they fixed. They basically doubled the usable frame rate for most people.
Let's go ahead and feed it all the things at once.
I didn't know
There
the
we
rebar
go.
gun was
And
actually in the game this
Let's
early.
go over here to our workshop and build the gun. All right, rebar gun, come to me. Oh, look at that, huh? Here we go. Put a piece of oh, wow. I'm just gonna fire it at my own equipment. Why not? Yep, that's rebar, all right. Can't wait to use my single fire rebar shooting thingy on a creature that didn't deserve it. All right, where's the car? Hello, car? You out here? Oh, there you are. Did you tie your...
So they eventually added rebar like assault rifles and shotguns with different types of ammo. What's funny is they did add a few new enemies, but they didn't make anything major changes. So you're just like a one-man walking army in most cases.
yourself out or what? Oh, geez, sorry. All right, we're nice and refueled. Let's get out of here. There we go. There's the coal, heading straight towards it. Oh, it's just right over here? Why did...
Okay, so where he's heading right now, there is coal over here, but it's on a different like island, so he's gonna drive this right off a cliff. Everyone does this, like every single time. Anyone who's in the vehicle, even if they're running, they just run and jump off the cliff.
Why did I take the car for this? Whatever. Out of the way, nature. I don't care if there's a drop-off. This is the way to the coal. You tell me where the coal is, Oh, that's not good. You think the
Called it. Everyone drives off the cliff.
vehicle's gonna be okay? Yeah, I'm sure the vehicle will be okay. In heaven. Oh, no. All my stuff. I like how it shows...
If I remember right, vehicles don't even despawn, so they're just like stuck there for eternity.
shows me where my body is. Like, I don't think there's any coming back from that, but I guess let's go check.
Okay, is this in... This must be really old. I don't remember that skeleton anywhere on there. You just basically show up as a chest, I think.
Oh, how considerate. All my stuff is just right here. Hey, do
Yeah,
you
that's
guys want to
still
bring
true.
back the car, too? Car would be nice. Well, while I'm out here, sans car now, I might as well see if I can find that coal anyway. Easy, guys. Easy, fellas. Damn it, that's where the coal is over there? Well, no wonder the car couldn't get over here. Is there any way over here? You know, I'm
Build
starting to think
platforms.
there's no way over there. Sometimes I'm looking around and I'm like, uh-oh, am I lost? Do I have like a guiding star or something? Oh, yeah, I sure do. On the plus side, the
Most of the time, it's just the space elevator. And whatever this tornado-looking thing is.
Grand Cyclone has finally started to deliver
okay,
rods.
Cyclone.
Okay, so I restarted the game. That seems to have helped the frame rate a little bit. I mean, unless I look right at it, but let's just try not to do that. Before we go and build another Jeep and try to find that coal, let's start
I think they were having like memory leaks is what was going on here.
knocking out some milestones. We'll do this one just for the hell of it. It gives us Conveyor Belt Mark II, which is great and all. Transports up to 120 resources per minute, which is double the Mark I, which is what we're using right now. But like if we click over to Tier 4 here, we already have Logistics Mark III, which will give us Conveyor Belt Mark III, which transports up to 270 resources. Of course we're just gonna go straight to that, even though it needs like a bajillion motors, and I
Don't do this if you ever play this game. Go through the tiers in order for one reason. You're going to need everything in Tier 3 to even make any of the stuff in Tier 4. Otherwise, you can make it all by hand, and it's going to be a literal nightmare. But, you know, you could do it, I guess.
don't even know how to build those yet, but we'll learn. The motors, though, we do unlock. We just have to do steel production. We'll just go ahead and give Logistics Mark II all the things it needs and launch. While we wait for the pod to return so we can do another upgrade, let's find
Man, the pods are used to take a lot longer than they do now.
the best place to put car number 2 down. Again, we're still looking for coal. Quick scan, let's see what we got. Let's see what's over here, 600 meters. That means we'll put the tractor right there. Look at
So,
that beauty.
that
Oh, don't
one-
face me that way. Turn it around. Oh, there we go. I've got a good feeling about this.
This one's better.
What's
Well,
this
okay.
thing? Out of the way. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Come on. Come on.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
just
just
take a
up a
long way
cliff,
through the
by the way.
enchanted forest. How do I get up to the coal? Are you guys gonna force me to come back with conveyor belts? Because I'll do it. Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Ooh, They don't seem to want me to get up there the natural way. That's fine. Let's head back to home base, pick up some supplies. Let's unlock another milestone. This time we're gonna do steel production, which is gonna unlock all kinds of good stuff, actually. And launch. Look at this new stuff.
So it's mainly the big problem here is Josh skipped a bunch of the stuff that has to do with foundations, or he just doesn't care. But you generally need foundations to get up to places. I really wish you'd click on the organization tab because I want to see if they have the conveyor belt holders, the ones that lift it.
I have here,
which you should have
minor
unlocked
Mark
by
II.
now.
Look at these crazy materials it needs. Encased industrial beam,
Yeah.
steel pipe, and then we've got this thing under smelter.
Yeah, you realize real quickly that this game starts racking up difficulty real quick.
It's called the Foundry. Smelts 2 resources into alloy ingots. So we're gonna go climb up to that coal.
I didn't even know the Foundry was
and
this
then
early
we'll see
into
about
the
extraction. Whoa,
first
what
release.
the hell? What is this? Looks like a crash site. Do we have any stuff I can take? Ooh, reinforced plate. I'll take that. What are these? Are these beams? Can I have this? Ooh, some motors. I like it. What about some body parts? You got any
remember
body
the motors
parts around
looking like
here?
that.
Press E to open drop pod. Let's see. This is where we find the bodies, right? Battery broken. Ah, jeez. We need to charge this thing just to open it? That's fine. I
Yeah.
just happen to have all the materials to put a biomass burner down right here. Ta-da! Okay, let's just give this thing a little
if this has
power.
40.
There we
40 is
go.
probably
And
here.
now let's...
Oh
What's
no,
the
it might just be
problem?
20.
Jesus, are you serious? So we
Need
need
2 of
something
them.
more powerful than that. Well, what if I hook up 2 of these things? The
Yeah.
second burner right there. Put a power line right here. Connect this to that and this to that. 20 and 20, so 40 should
I
do the
still like
trick.
the
and
old
now let's
power,
connect this power line to that.
power
All right,
lines.
nothing
They were
blew
so
up.
much
Let's see
nicer.
if that worked. There we go, operational again. Let's do this. Hello, what have we? A hard drive? Well, don't mind if I do. Well, we did it, boys. Close up all the resources. We're going home. I love that you can do this. I love that you can.
So this is actually really close to his main base, but if you ever pick up the hard drives, they're very useful at getting alternate recipes for some of your stuff, because some of the regular recipes are garbage.
Can just suck up the whole factory, put it back in your pocket. All right, well, that was great. Let's go.
Keep in mind, though, when you're choosing recipes that you unlock through the hard drive, you get 3 choices, and there are a limited number. Like, there's like 100 and something recipes, but you only get like 80 in any world that you're in, so they're kind of randomized, so keep that in mind.
We'll get that coal now. We'll analyze that hard drive when we get back. So we need to get up there, and if making that tornado has taught me anything, conveyor belts can get that done. There's no way, right, that I can just take a conveyor belt and just aim it straight up here. Conveyor belts is too long. Okay, we'll see about that. There we go. Totally sound,
that'll work.
driven by physics. Let's finally take a look at this coal up here. Oh, it's like untamed country up here. Here we go. Look, it's beautiful coal, which obviously we're just gonna send down a conveyor belt, and that's just gonna go right here. There we go. And to power that, we're gonna put a, ooh, look, a coal generator. Burns coal to generate electricity for your power grid. Has an input so feeding coal can be automated. I have a great idea. We're gonna build a coal.
Yeah, that is actually a good idea, which is why they made it so you can't do it that easily when they added water. Because everyone just self-powered the whole system.
Generator right behind it. So between these two things, I'm gonna put a conveyor splitter right about there. I'm gonna run a conveyor belt from the front of this thing into the splitter, and I'm
It's
gonna
a
have
pure
the other end of
coal
this
node.
feed right back into the machine. Put a little power line right there. Connect this guy to here.
That
There
bugs
it
me
goes.
so
And
much.
here comes coal going this way. Goes into the splitter, heads right back in, and powers itself. Oh yeah, that is fantastic. All right, we still got some stuff left to do, but I hope you enjoyed what I did this time around. That's gonna do it for this episode of Let's Game It Out. I will see you next time.
Okay, the tornado was funny, but man, Josh bugs the heck out of me on how he splits things across the map. So inefficient. Brain hurts. Oh my god. But I swear I've seen that tornado on the actual Steam page, so I don't know. Is Josh a real game tester? I mean, probably not, but doesn't really need to be. I wonder if anyone's ever gotten mad at him breaking games, because I really want to see the Enshrouded one coming up, but I still got a couple of Satisfactory ones to go through. Maybe we'll do the Pal World one. I said I wasn't going to, but maybe I'll just watch and see how Pal World is. Or maybe I'll learn how the game is from watching Josh's stuff. That seems like a sane reason to do it. Anyway, go to Josh's channel, Let's Game It Out, and subscribe there and watch it there, like it there. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.